The rain fell in relentless sheets as Nathan Carter pulled his sleek black SUV into the circular driveway of the majestic Palm Hotel in Naples, Florida. The golden glow of the chandeliers spilled onto the wet pavement, exuding an aura of exclusivity and elegance. For most, the hotel was a sanctuary, a place of luxury and comfort. But tonight, Nathan was met with anything but a warm welcome. Stepping out of his car, he adjusted the lapel of his finely tailored charcoal suit. At 6'2", with an air of quiet authority, Nathan was not someone easily overlooked. His polished shoes echoed against the marble floor as he entered the grand lobby, the scent of fresh-cut lilies mingling with the faint aroma of espresso from the nearby lounge. Nathan approached the reception desk with an easy smile. "Good evening," he said, his voice calm yet assured. "I'd like a room for the night. My flight got delayed, and I need a place to stay before catching the next one." The front desk clerk, a young man with slicked-back blonde hair and a name tag that read Derek, barely looked up. His fingers hovered lazily over the keyboard as if typing were a burden. "I'm sorry, sir," Derek said with a tone that lacked any real regret. "We're fully booked." Nathan glanced around the lobby. It wasn't bustling. In fact, it was rather quiet. The soft chime of an elevator signaled the arrival of only one other guest. He leaned slightly forward, his smile unwavering. "Fully booked? Not even a single room?" Derek finally looked up, his lips curving into a thin smile. "That's correct. There's nothing available." Before Nathan could respond, the revolving doors spun open, and a middle-aged couple walked in, their suitcases rolling behind them. Derek's demeanor transformed instantly. His smile widened, and his tone became welcoming. "Welcome to the majestic Palm. Do you have a reservation?" The man shook his head. Derek nodded enthusiastically. "Not a problem. Let me check for availability." Nathan watched, his calm facade slipping ever so slightly. Within moments, Derek produced a room key for the couple. "Enjoy your stay," he said brightly as they walked away. Nathan cleared his throat, drawing Derek's attention back. "I thought you said you were fully booked." Derek's eyes flickered, his smile faltering. "I meant we don't have anything that would suit your needs." Nathan understood in an instant. It wasn't about availability or policy. It was about something uglier. He didn't react outwardly. Instead, he straightened his posture, his expression unreadable. "Thank you for your time," he said, his voice composed. Without another word, he turned and walked back into the rain. But the night was far from over. Nathan stepped under the hotel's awning, letting the rhythmic patter of rain on the canopy fill the silence. Pulling out his phone, he scrolled through a list of nearby hotels, but his attention remained on the revolving doors behind him. Something about the scene lingered in his mind like a faint, stubborn scent. He leaned casually against a marble pillar, just out of sight, and waited. It didn't take long for his suspicions to be confirmed. A young man in his 20s, dressed in a hoodie and cargo pants, walked into the hotel. He looked travel-worn, his backpack slung low over one shoulder. Nathan watched as he approached Derek with the same request Nathan had made just minutes before: a room for the night. Though Nathan couldn't hear the exchange, he didn't need to. Derek's exaggerated nods and wide smile told the entire story. Within moments, the young man was handed a keycard. No hesitation, no excuses, just a swift transaction and a courteous farewell. Nathan's lips pressed into a firm line. This wasn't an oversight. It wasn't a mistake. It was a choice. His first instinct was to confront Derek, to call out the hypocrisy right there in the lobby. But years of boardroom negotiations had taught him the value of restraint. There was a time to speak and a time to act. Tonight, he would act. Nathan slipped back into his car, the leather seat cool against his back, and drove away. The golden lights of the majestic Palm faded in his rearview mirror as an idea took shape. This wasn't just about him. It was about every person who had ever faced the same quiet rejection but lacked the means or voice to challenge it. Nathan wasn't going to let this pass. Not tonight. Not ever. The windshield wipers swayed rhythmically as he navigated the wet streets. The hotel's rejection replayed in his mind, not as a wound, but as fuel. He wasn't angry. Anger wasted energy. Instead, he felt something sharper: purpose. Pulling into the parking lot of a small 24-hour diner, Nathan stepped inside. The scent of coffee and sizzling bacon greeted him. He slid into a booth by the window and pulled out his laptop. Nathan had been eyeing the majestic Palm for months. The property was part of a struggling chain, and whispers of its sale had reached his team. He hadn't given it much thought. Until tonight. Minutes later, he was on the phone with his attorney, Olivia Hayes, a sharp negotiator known for closing deals at lightning speed. "Olivia, I need the paperwork for the majestic Palm Hotel finalized by sunrise," he said, his voice steady. "By sunrise?" she repeated, caught off guard. "That's ambitious, even for you." "Consider it done. Olivia, send the paperwork to my phone when it's ready. I'll sign electronically." He hung up, watching the rain streak down the window. By dawn, the deal was sealed. Nathan Carter now owned the majestic Palm Hotel. The morning sun glinted off the glass facade of the hotel as Nathan stepped out of his car, a quiet confidence radiating from him. Dressed sharply in a navy blue suit, he adjusted his cufflinks and strode through the entrance. Inside, the staff were preparing for another day. Derek was behind the counter, his polished demeanor intact. He didn't notice Nathan at first. Nathan took his time, observing the space with fresh eyes. He noticed how the staff exchanged brief glances as they passed him. They sensed something was different. Finally, he approached the front desk. Derek looked up, his practiced smile appearing. "Good morning, sir. How can I help you today?" Nathan didn't respond immediately. Instead, he set a sleek black folder on the counter. He opened it slowly, revealing a stack of legal documents stamped and signed. Derek's smile faltered. I don't understand." Nathan's voice was measured, but firm. "I'm here to make an introduction. My name is Nathan Carter. As of 6 o'clock this morning, I am the new owner of the majestic Palm Hotel." The room seemed to hold its breath. Staff members froze, their heads turning toward the lobby. Derek paled, his confidence crumbling. Nathan held up a hand, cutting off any attempt at an excuse. "No need to explain. Actions speak louder than words." "And your actions?" "They spoke volumes." He turned to address the staff. "This hotel is now under new leadership. We will operate under fairness, respect, and inclusivity. Those who cannot embrace that vision have no place here." Derek's face flushed red. "You can't. You're dismissed. Effective immediately." Derek stormed out, but Nathan remained unfazed. His focus was on the staff, their uncertainty now mixed with something else, a glimmer of hope. This was just the beginning.